You walk into the living room after a long day at work, only to discover your absolute favorite pair of shoes chewed into 1,000 unrecognizably tiny pieces. In the heat of that intensely frustrating moment, you instinctively raise your voice and firmly scold your furry best friend for creating such a massive mess. They slowly turn around and walk away looking incredibly guilty, dropping their head low, leaving you with a sudden, sinking feeling of deep regret in your stomach. It immediately makes you wonder, do dogs actually experience the complex emotion of guilt? And do they even know how to properly apologize to us? While they certainly do not use human words, canine psychology reveals that dogs have a highly sophisticated and instinctual system for saying "I'm sorry." Today, we are going to fully decode the secret language of your dog's apologies, so you never ever miss their heartfelt pleas for forgiveness again. The very first and arguably most common sign of a dog apologizing is the classic, deliberate avoidance of direct eye contact with you. When your dog deliberately looks away after being scolded, they are definitely not ignoring you out of stubbornness, pride, or any form of disrespect. In the wild animal kingdom, staring directly into the eyes is always considered a direct challenge and a clear sign of impending aggression. By intentionally breaking eye contact and staring at the floor, your dog is actively showing complete submission to you as their ultimate pack leader. You might also notice their ears are pinned back so tightly against their head that they almost seem to disappear into their fur entirely. They are physically trying to make their body look as small, vulnerable, and completely non-threatening as possible in your dominant presence. This specific combination of canine body language is their instinctual way of desperately saying, "I know you are the boss, please do not be angry." Recognizing this highly submissive posture is crucial because continuing to yell will only push them into a state of deep emotional distress and panic. So, when they drop their head and avert their gaze, take a deep breath and gently let them know the scary storm has finally passed. The second deeply emotional way dogs sincerely apologize to their beloved humans is through gentle, tentative, and repetitive licking of your hands or face. Has your dog ever slowly approached you after a tense scolding just to give you a very soft, hesitant lick on the arm? This sweet behavior is not just random affection. It is an instinctual action rooted deeply in ancient wolf pack survival dynamics and social structures. In the wild, subordinate wolves would frequently lick the muzzles of stronger alpha wolves to show absolute respect and seek pack harmony. When your dog licks your hand or your cheek, it is a genuine peace offering meant to meticulously mend your fractured relationship. They can literally sense the lingering anger and tension radiating from you, and they are actively trying to soothe your negative emotional state. It is their unique way of trying to wash away the conflict, effectively restoring the peaceful and loving energy in your shared living space. Rejecting these gentle apology kisses can actually cause your dog a tremendous amount of anxiety and feelings of deep, heart-wrenching insecurity. By accepting this tender gesture, you confidently reassure them that despite their silly mistake, the loving bond between you two remains completely unbroken. Always try to respond to these appeasement licks with a soft, reassuring voice to help lower their rapidly beating heart rate back to normal. The third incredibly touching apology method is when your dog suddenly brings you a favorite toy or a random household object in their mouth. Right after doing something completely wrong, your dog might nervously trot over and gently drop their absolute favorite ball right at your feet. To the untrained human eye, it might simply look like they just want to play and have completely forgotten about the scolding you just gave. But in reality, this is a highly sophisticated canine appeasement gesture specifically designed to distract you from your current state of anger. They are literally offering you their most valuable and prized resource as a peaceful tribute to calm the angry alpha of the house. Think of it as the emotional equivalent of a human buying a beautiful, expensive bouquet of flowers to apologize after a massive shouting argument. They desperately hope this wonderful gift will magically erase the memory of whatever naughty thing they destroyed just a few short minutes earlier. Sometimes, they might not even bring a toy. They might desperately grab a random sock or a throw pillow just to have something to offer. The physical act of holding an object in their mouth also serves as a self-soothing mechanism that helps them cope with their own nervous energy. Next time they do this, make sure to verbally acknowledge the gift, as this simple validation will instantly ease their intense anxiety. Accepting their prized possession shows them unconditionally that you are open to making amends, and that they are safe in your presence once again. Another incredibly powerful and subtle way dogs say sorry is by initiating slow, deliberate physical contact with your body to seek comfort. They might slowly creep up beside you and gently place a single, trembling front paw right onto your knee or your resting arm. Or they might sit right next to you and lean their entire heavy body weight firmly against your leg like a warm, fuzzy anchor. This specific type of deep pressure therapy triggers the release of oxytocin, the love hormone, in both of your brains simultaneously. It is a physical, desperate plea for reassurance that they are still loved and accepted by the absolute most important person in their entire life. You see, dogs are incredibly social animals, and your emotional rejection is quite literally their absolute biggest, most terrifying fear in the world. Being separated from the pack leader emotionally feels like a matter of life and death to their deeply ingrained ancestral survival instincts. That gentle paw touch or heavy lean literally translates to a heartbreaking question. Are we still best friends after the bad thing I did? When you feel them leaning against you, simply resting your hand gently on their back is all it takes to communicate your total forgiveness. This magical physical connection completely resets their nervous system, letting them know that their place in the family pack is perfectly secure forever. Finally, you might unexpectedly notice your dog frequently yawning, blinking slowly, or licking their lips repeatedly right after being intensely scolded. They aren't suddenly sleepy, and they aren't hungry for a treat. These are what animal behaviorists call classic canine calming signals. Dogs intuitively use these involuntary micro-expressions to release internal stress and disperse the heavy nervous tension building up inside their little bodies. But more importantly, it also serves as a direct, non-verbal signal to you, politely requesting that you please try to calm down too. They are desperately trying to diffuse the hostile energy in the room completely and magically bring the tense situation back to a peaceful, neutral state. If you truly want to speak their native language, try doing a big, exaggerated yawn right back at them to show you understand. Yawning back is a secret canine language trick that essentially tells them you accept their peace treaty and the conflict is officially over. It's an absolutely incredible way to show your dog that you truly understand their complex feelings on a level that goes far beyond human words. The profound and beautiful truth is, dogs do not possess a human moral compass. They don't understand the complex concepts of right and wrong. But they are absolute, undisputed masters at accurately reading your emotional state, tracking your micro-expressions, and deeply analyzing your daily body language. They don't apologize because they realize chewing a shoe is bad. They apologize purely because their actions caused you to be incredibly upset. Because in their brilliant little minds, you are their entire universe, their provider, their ultimate protector, and their whole family rolled into one. So the very next time they make a silly mistake, try your best not to hold a grudge for too long, because their loving hearts cannot bear it. Forgive them quickly, give them a gentle pet, and remember to subscribe to our channel to uncover even more deep secrets about your furry best friend.